I would say we as a collective, meaning all of us that stand behind mics here at Badlands, and a lot of our listeners as well, have kind of been of the mind of like, man, like Muji's pretty young. Is he ready for this job? The hires have not been super inspiring. Like, so we've kind of been towing that line of like, we don't want to fall in love too quickly with Muji. But again, if you zoom out and you go back to the beginning of the offseason, what we said, like the three pillars he needed to get done were they needed to make a decision on Aaron Rodgers, one way or the other. We probably could have talked ourselves into either one, but they needed to make the call. They needed to extend Garrett and they needed to extend Stoss. And they got those three pillars done in pretty short order before training camp when these things tend to get uglier. And then you mentioned kind of the three tier B moves of getting a bridge quarterback in Justin Fields, extending Sherwood, and moving on from Devontae Adams as well. So, like, those are six really, like you said, your words, big boy moves that they handled without any drama. Nothing weird happened. It was just done in a professional, business-like manner before the deadline. And so we'll
Yes.
go into training camp with a clean slate. And so purely from an evidence-based standpoint, you really cannot complain about anything Darren Muji has done yet.
No, it's been very, as you said, business-like, straightforward. And look, this doesn't mean that the Jets aren't still going to have a hard time stopping the run. It doesn't mean that they still don't have some question marks at receiver, but that's going to be a little bit of a multi-year process at some of those spots. And you're not getting better without Sauce Gardner and without Garrett Wilson. Keeping them at the money they did, that's how you start building that foundation. Ideally, the other components of this foundation are Olu Fashanu, Armor Membu, Mason Taylor, Quinnen's still here, of course. There's other pieces that are going to be part of that. Jermaine, Will McDonald. They'll get their money in due time. Maybe Simpson, maybe AVT. But these were always going to be the guys that you led with due to their positions and due to their production